In honor of Neurodiversity Celebration Week, I want to shed some light on an under-discussed topic. Neurodivergent employees, those with ADHD, autism, dyslexia, anxiety, depression, sensory processing disorder, and other conditions, are among the most frequently discriminated against employees in the workplace. So if you're a neurodivergent employee, let me tell you what your employer legally cannot do to you. Number one, your employer cannot refuse to engage in the accommodation process. Your employer is legally required to have a conversation with you about your accommodation request. This is called the interactive process. Your employer cannot tell you that accommodations are not available without first exploring this. Number two, your employer cannot demand your full medical records or even your diagnosis. This is one of the most common ways employers overstep. When you request an accommodation, although your employer is entitled to confirmation that your conditions affect your work, they are in many cases not entitled to your psychiatric history, your therapy notes, or even your actual diagnosis. Number three, your employer cannot deny your accommodation request unless they show undue hardship. Your employer cannot simply decide that an accommodation is inconvenient. They have a burden to prove, which is undue hardship. They must demonstrate that the accommodation request would require significant expense or difficulty. In other words, meet a burden of undue hardship. That bar is much higher than many employers pretend it is. Number four, your employer cannot retaliate against you for requesting an accommodation. They can't demote you, terminate you, write you up, or discipline you because of your accommodation request or because you have a disability. If you've asked for accommodation and all of a sudden you're being written up or disciplined, timing is significant and you may have a claim of retaliation. Neurodiversity Celebration Week is a reminder that different brains built this world. If you've been denied an accommodation, retaliated against for requesting an accommodation, get harassed for how your brain works, or pushed out of a job you're good at, reach out to an employment attorney today for free private consultation.